Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and welcome back to another video. So a few days back I have posted a video where I have shared about the resources I used to crack NEET 2022, and a lot of you wanted me to make a separate video about note making. So here's the video, but before that I have created a playlist of NEET preparation strategies, so you can check it out that too. And for now, let's begin with this video. So I know many of you guys have this thing in your mind that making notes are time consuming process, and instead of making notes one should read NCERT. Well, I totally agree with that, but what if you have already read NCERT multiple times and you need something for last minute revision? Well, I think on that point of time no one actually wants to waste their time by reading every single lines of NCERT, and that make no sense as well. So for that last minute revision, these notes would be extremely helpful for you. Now the thing is how to make these notes. So before moving further ahead in this video, I quickly want to show you guys this 35 years NEET UG solved paper book from Oswald Books. In this book, you'll get latest fully solved NEET question paper of 2022. You'll also get this chapter wise and topic wise previous year questions to enable quick revision. Previous year from 1988 to 2022 exam questions are given in this book to facilitate focus study. They have also given this mind map, which is a single page snapshot of the entire chapter for longer retention, these mnemonics to boost memory and confidence, and these revision notes for concept-based study. You can scan these QR codes for online content. You'll also get this unit-wise question distribution in each subject in this analytical report. Two latest pattern sample question papers are given in this book, and tips to crack NEET. Also this top 50 medical institutes rank, and this chapter-wise trend analysis, which will help you to know which chapter is important and how many questions are asked from a particular chapter. So I think this book will definitely help you in your NEET preparation, and the link of this book is given below in description. Make sure to check it out. The very first thing, do not make your revision notes while you're studying the chapter for the first time. At least read a chapter 4 to 5 times, solve few MCQs regarding to that chapter, and then start making notes. During the second read, note down important points and underline the tough points according to you. After multiple reading and test, you will be able to know what are the importance of that particular chapter or topic, because at the end, your notes reflect what you have understood. Now, if I talk about bio, try to make notes in NCERT itself. However, making proper notes for some chapters that have a lot of factual information is also important. So, topics like biological classification, plants and animal kingdom, morphology and anatomy of plants, earthworm, cockroach and frog, mineral nutrition, plant hormones, and chemical control and coordination are few important chapters of class 11th. And then try to connect the things. There are chapters like transport in plants, breathing and exchange of gases, shell and shell division, cockroach, locomotion and ecology are some important chapters where there are a lot of numerical information is given, which is directly asked in NEET. So make sure to note them, and these numbers are so important to remember as they gives you additional marks with just a little effort. So just give it a read every day. Now let me tell you how you should read NCERT and how to make notes stepwise. So if you're reading a chapter for the first time, take time and read it very slowly. Next day, open the same chapter again and keep 2-3 color pens with you, or even a highlighter works. Now start reading very slowly, line by line, and mark the important lines which you think you may forget easily. This technique of highlighting makes each point very catchy and get easily retained in your brain. Now right after this, take a paper and try to recall and write whichever point comes in your mind from that particular chapter. There's nothing to worry about if you can't recall, just write them randomly. After finishing this, again open your book and do a steady read. While doing this, you may get some points which you missed while writing. Now mark those points and give them extra attention. So if you follow these steps, it will become very easy to revise the chapter in a short time, and whenever you will open the page, all the highlighted points will be visible to you at once. Now let's talk about physics. So for physics, I never made proper notes. It's just I used to solve numericals every single day. So what I did was I created my own formula book. Even though you can find formula chart in any book, you should write all the formula yourself in a separate notebook and keep on revising them. Whenever you solve questions, and if there's any question which you're not being able to solve, just note down those questions in a separate book and then read the related concepts again and again. And don't forget to study all the derivations. Always start with basics. Don't worry if you're not able to understand the thing. Just read the concepts to get an overview and then start solving easy questions, then the moderate ones, and then the tougher ones. Or even you can start with the exercise questions and then mark those questions that you were not able to crack and then start making concept notes of these questions. Now, few things that you have to keep in your mind is your notes should be really specific and to the point. If you have time, try to be a bit creative. For example, you can use color pens or highlighters so that your notes look beautiful and not boring, and write theory part along with notes. The major thing you have to always keep in your mind is physics needs always practice. Practice numericals every single day and read the formula sheet every single day. And that's it for physics. So if I talk about chemistry, so I think organic chemistry is very interesting and scoring subject. And for preparing the notes, you can classify the whole organic chemistry in three major parts. The first is general organic chemistry and isomers and nomenclature. For this section, most of the questions are asked from GOC, which is general organic chemistry. Write the order of increasing and decreasing hyperconjunction effect, inductive effect, and resonating effect. State main examples of it. And for isomers, write down the types of isomers including geometrical as well as optical. And for nomenclature, mention the basic rules of nomenclature. The second part is name reaction and reaction mechanism. Now this part is also considered as one of the most important part of organic chemistry. So in this topic, just write down the reagents and its uses. Also mention how the mechanism of general reaction takes place. And the third part is biomolecules and polymers. In this section, mention functions and structures of carbohydrate, protein, amino acid, etc. And for polymers, mention about types of polymers on different categories, mainly addition and condensation, and monomers of every polymer. And that's it for organic. Now for inorganic, since inorganic chemistry is very vast and difficult, and remember the question framers mostly ask question from NCERT, so revise NCERT thoroughly. Database questions are generally not asked in exam, so you can skip the data portion and try to focus more on sequence based question for S block and P block. Always try to link these two chapters with periodic properties and chemical bonding chapters. Boron and carbon family is really very important, so you can make short note on the important stuff. Electronic configuration of lanthanoids is generally asked, like gadolinium being the most important one. And in metallurgy, do not skip the name of the ores and try to solve PYQs on regular basis. And lastly, physical chemistry. So there's not much theory in physical chemistry. However, just mugging up the formula will not help. Clear understanding of concept is necessary, and if you have not understood the base concepts, a twisted question will definitely stump you. So try to make concept sheets, write down the concepts, formula, diagram, graphs, example, equations, etc. You can use color pens or highlighters to reduce the monotony. Once you have grasped the concepts, you can prepare a formula sheet with all the relevant formula and derivations and revise this regularly and also before exams. While practicing problems, you will find some good problems, ones that struck you as interesting or important. Note the working of these problems. These are very helpful as sometimes you can find parallels between the problems in the exam and these ones. The most important thing is practice questions again and again. Only notes will not going to help you anyway. Solving plenty of problems will give you different perspective to the same concept and expose you to different methods to solve the same problem, which will be important when solving future problems. And that's it for today. I hope this video will be helpful for you, and if you have any video suggestions, do let me know in the comment section. And if you have anything you want to ask me, comment down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, bye bye and stay safe.